better pay for our back performance after this. Hello.
Welcome. I am Melissa Venuto, Assistant Principal, Manalapan High School, and I welcome all of you to Manalapan High School's Commencement Ceremony. At this time, will the senior members of the choir please step to the front? The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Allison Gotthold, Vice President, Class of 2022, followed by the Star Spangled Banner, sung by the choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You better not.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
Shit.
America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Better take a tan and nap.
Thank you, Allison, and members of the choir. You may be seated.
I feel like this is a church.
It is a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you, the parents, relatives, and friends of the class of 2022, to the commencement ceremony at Manalapan High School. You do us a great honor by your presence here this evening as we, the Board of Education, the administration, the faculty and parents, recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2022, an outstanding group of young adults. To the parents of our graduates, we appreciate your support and partnership these past 4 years, and what a 4 years we have had. We thank you for accepting and embracing the responsibility of parenthood during some of the most uncertain times we have ever experienced. Today, we celebrate our graduates' perseverance, determination, and academic achievements in spite of the circumstances they faced. I am overwhelmingly proud of these students and grateful to have walked alongside them during their journey. Thank you for being who you are and for teaching me a few things along the way. I would like to introduce today's guests, members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Jamie Bruno and Mrs. Diana Capiello, Mayor Sue Cohen, Manalapan Township Committee members Barry Jacobson, Marianne Musage, Jack McNabo, Eric Nelson, Edward Neese, Manalapan Chief of Police, Peter Cook, Englishtown Chief of Police, Mr. Sean Curry, Manalapan's Principal, Mr. Joseph Iacula and Dr. Mary Huff, Assistant Principals, Mrs. Beth English, Supervisor of Extracurricular Activities, and Miss Amanda Harrison and Miss Stephanie Schneider, Senior Class Advisors. To begin, I'd like to introduce the Salutatorian of the Class of 2022, Nathan Shankerman.
Thank you, Mr. Nudo. Students, families, distinguished guests, regular guests, it's my honor to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony for Manalapan High School's class of 2022. Before I start, I'd like to thank everyone who helped me get to this point, especially my teachers, who never seem to have a problem taking my bribes. Just kidding, Mr. Curry. Seriously though, our teachers and everything they've done for us are absolutely amazing, so let's give them a big round of applause. When I sat down to think of an idea for this speech, the first options that came to mind were grandiose ideas of change or identity. You know, all the normal graduation stuff. But as I look back on these 4 years, there was something more important that connected all of these ideas and brought meaning to our changes, educations, and all the knowledge we've gained, and that's friendship. We've all learned a lot throughout these 4 years. New ways of thinking, ideas that can help us get those jobs we've always wanted, or help us shape the world around us. But there's always more than just the motivation to learn that carried us through those groggy Monday mornings where Block 1 felt like it lasted 3 hours. And the only option for lunch was Big Daddy's cheesy pizzas. It was always our friends and the people we were closest with that made our day just bright enough to survive. Through that long, difficult junior year, when the online half-days felt longer than the in-person full days, our friends were the ones that made it livable. And when we really needed it, gave us those answers to that math test. Just kidding, Mr. Gray. For the last ever quote of the week, I'd like to quote the longtime thinker and reflectionist Drake. Imagine if I never met the broskies. I want you all to think about what it'd be like without the broskies. And most importantly, be proud of yourselves. This was accomplished by you, we put in the work, and you deserve to celebrate. So congratulations, class of 22, thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Jenna DeRoss, Secretary of the Class of 2022, present the class gift.
Good evening. My name is Jenna DeRoss, and I am the Secretary of the Class of 2022. Throughout our 4 years at Manalapan High School, we have participated in many fundraising activities. As we move on to the next chapter in our lives, we would like to leave Manalapan with a class gift. On behalf of the Class of 2022, we would like to continue the school's courtyard beautification project and fund future assembly programs. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. I am now honored to introduce the valedictorian of the Class of 2022, Courtney Butash.
Good afternoon, families, friends, faculty, and my fellow graduates of the Class of 2022. I am honored to stand before you today and represent our class as valedictorian. Thank you for being here to support and congratulate our amazing graduates on this memorable day. Had it not been for your support, our high school experiences would not have been the same. You enabled us to navigate unprecedented circumstances, including online classes and days in isolated quarantine, allowing us to grow despite the adversity we have faced. Unpredicted times had landed many of us in unforeseeable situations, whether it be missing sports seasons, reforming strained relationships, losing loved ones, or struggling to take care of ourselves in times of need. Many of us have faced our own sense of adversity. I myself had to quarantine just three times during just my junior basketball season. Yet here we are, together, celebrating our successes in the face of these hardships. We have overcome many challenges for which we should be very proud. While many struggles have plagued us in the past few years, the victories that arose thereafter give us the strength to move forward with our lives. Success tastes sweeter when worked for. And fellow graduates, we can say we have all worked hard through our own personal challenges to make it here today, where we celebrate our high school graduation and advancement to a new chapter in our lives. With all the unpredictability that life has thrown at us, we have continued to succeed and excel in our strengths. In sports, academics, clubs, community service, and everything in between, our class has overcome many barriers, COVID-related and others, and achieved countless accomplishments. We adapted to the circumstances we were handed and made the most of every moment and opportunity. Just as I was taught by my soccer coaches, take what the game gives you. With every unexpected change thrown our way, we were able to accept it and move forward, continuing to develop ourselves and our community as a whole. I am fully confident that every student graduating today will continue to shine moving forward, forever contributing to the development of our community and themselves. As we continue to face adversity in our lives, it is important to remember that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Everything we experience and everything we do happens for a reason, and we need to be willing to trust ourselves in the face of challenges to push forward and persevere. If there was one takeaway I wanted my fellow graduates to have, it would be that in the face of adversity, look forward. Don't be shut down by the struggles that you will be confronted with, but rather take them in full stride, moving towards the greatness that is to come. Friends and classmates, thank you for all that we have accomplished together and for being such an incredible part of my life. Congratulations and good luck to everyone in their future endeavors.
Thank you, Courtney. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Shawn Curry, Principal, who will present the accomplishments of the class of 2022.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Manalapan High School's Class of 2022 Commencement Ceremony. School board members, distinguished guests, parents, guardians, school and district administrators, supervisors, staff members, friends, community members. It is my privilege to welcome you and share with you the accomplishments of the members of the Class of 2022. Manalapan High School's Class of 2022 has distinguished themselves in the classroom, in their extracurricular activities, in an athletic competition. Manalapan High School has also been recognized on state and national lists as a top academic high school. It would be impossible to capture every accomplishment, but here are some highlights for the Class of 2022. There are 22 advanced placement scholars, 3 advanced placement scholars with honors, 20 advanced placement scholars with distinction. 3 students were named National Hispanic Recognition Program Scholars. There were 15 students who received recognition in the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Program. 12 students earned the distinction of Commended Student in the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Program. Of those, 3 students were semifinalists and finalists in the program, and 1 student received a National Merit Scholarship. 3 FBLA students qualified for nationals. 1 student was awarded All-Shore Band honors, and 1 student was awarded All-Shore Symphonic Band honors. 17 varsity teams qualified for the NJSIAA state playoffs, and 18 varsity teams qualified for the Shore Conference tournament. 10 of our senior athletes were awarded first team All-Shore honors. We recognized 31 student athletes at signing days for their intent to continue their athletic and academic careers at the post-secondary level. Multiple senior track athletes qualified for nationals, and our 4x800 relay team placed 3rd in the meet of champions. Our drama club received the following BASI nominations for the fall production of Clue: Outstanding Costume Design, Outstanding Set Design, Outstanding Dramatic Production, and Lead Actor in a Drama. Our student government and extracurricular clubs and activities, in conjunction with the students and staff of Manalapan High School, raised money and donated time to help the local community and to provide support to numerous nonprofit and charitable organizations throughout the state of New Jersey and the entire country. Proudly, some of our graduates will be attending schools ranked among the top 100 in the country, which includes, but is not limited to, Duke University, Johns Hopkins University, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, Villanova University, George Mason University, Indiana University Bloomington, University of Miami, Florida, New York University, Texas A&M, Georgia Institute of Technology, Northwestern University, University of California, Berkeley, and the University of Maryland, College Park. According to Forbes, Rutgers University came in among the top 200 colleges nationally and is ranked the #5 college in New Jersey. We have 71 students attending our state university in the fall. We also have a student attending Harvard University in the fall, which holds the #1 spot on the #1 number of lists as the best college in the world. We also have 2 outstanding magnet programs at Manalapan High School. At this time, I ask our law enforcement and public service graduates to please stand. Thank you. Additionally, I would like to recognize our science and engineering graduates and ask them to please stand as well. Thank you. Reportedly, we have 3 students entering the military. I would ask those students to please stand now, and what I would like to ask them to remain standing. I now ask all current and former members of the U.S. Armed Forces, if able, to please stand as well. Let's give our past, present, and future of our nation's military a big round of applause. Thank you for your service. Finally, the class of 22 has earned approximately $39.1 million in scholarships, grants, and other financial awards, and 91% of the graduates seated in front of you are going on to a higher education. Class of 2022, today marks the end of a wonderful chapter. But before you close this chapter, embrace the moment, because it's an important milestone for you and your family. What you have been able to endure during your high school career will only make you stronger, providing you with the necessary grit and perseverance for what lies ahead. You will face change. You will face adversity. Embrace it. Welcome the next chapter, and you will accomplish great things. I am sure you and your loved ones are sitting here today wondering, where did it all go? Remember, you can't stop time, and it goes fast. So maximize every moment and make great memories along the way. Thank you, class of 2022, for leaving Manalapan High School a better place than when you entered. Congratulations, class of 2022. Once a brave, always a brave. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Curry. I would like to welcome to the podium Ella Graham, President of the Class of 2022.
Good evening, Principal Curry, faculty, family, and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2022. As president of the senior class, I stand here today looking into our futures with hopes, dreams, and plans. As we prepare to depart Manalapan High School, I'd like to take a minute to reflect on the past 4 years. No matter how prepared we thought we were, walking through the doors for the first time on that warm September morning in 2018 was overwhelming. We were scrambling to find our way around the building alongside thousands of other students, unsure of the bonds we would form within these walls. Upperclassmen telling us that time flies and to enjoy every second of high school. None of us believed them because 4 years felt like a lifetime to us. As the year ended, everyone was eager to see what the rest of high school offered us. The next 3 years of school could only get better. Unfortunately, no one could have predicted that our freshman year of high school would be our last full year together until senior year. Our sophomore year ended abruptly.
Everyone thinking 2 weeks off of school was awesome. No one thought that 2 weeks would turn into a year and a half of online learning. We endured academic struggles along with life adjustments during the end of our sophomore year and into our junior year. It was difficult to finish our sophomore year fearful of what the rest of our high school career had to offer. As our junior year started, we were still separated from not only our family and friends, but our teachers that we had to establish relationships with via Google Meet. We had to navigate through remote learning and missed our social life as we had to find new methods to connect with our classmates. There was no first day of school excitement, each sports team played in front of empty bleachers, there was no battle of the classes, and when we had the opportunity to return to school, we were 6 feet apart from each other wearing masks with plexiglass surrounding our desks. However, towards the end of the year, we were able to hold junior prom, which allowed everyone a chance to be all together again. This gave us hope that our senior year would be somewhat normal. The first day of senior year was a relief. Everyone looked forward to being in school with the people we've grown up with. Although we had to wear masks for the first couple months, we got to meet our teachers in person, there was no more plexiglass around our desks, we got to eat lunch together, sports teams were able to play in front of a full crowd, we had battle of the classes, and the excitement about college and our futures began to kick in. Although it was an adjustment getting back into our normal routine after doing school in our comfy beds and having full days of school again, I think we did a pretty good job. Our class grew closer as a result of not being in the same building for over a year and a half. Our class of 2022 Group We will forever be iconic, and I believe that we'll always be active. To the faculty at Manalapan High School, you deserve the world. We may have driven you crazy throughout this school year, but always know that we appreciate everything you've done for us. The class of 2022 has become stronger, more grateful, and more resilient as a result of the many hardships we have faced over the last 4 years. We are confident that no matter what life throws at us, we will be able to overcome it. When we look back on our time here, we'll remember the friendships we made along the road. This is what got us through and made our time here so significant. Whether it was through a club we joined, a team we played on, or a class we were in, I am so happy to be celebrating my accomplishments alongside my lifelong friends. Graduating from high school is a significant achievement and life milestone. Celebrate your accomplishments and hard work that have brought you to this point. As Michael Altschiller once said, the bad news is time flies, the good news is you're the pilot. Allow each of your dreams to take flight. Now is the time to make them a reality. Congratulations to the class of 2022. I am confident that you will all do amazing things. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ella. At this time, I will ask all senior choir members to come to the front. The Manalapan High School Choir, under the direction of Mr. Jose Munez, will perform Rise Up.
Living life on a merry-go-round. Pastor Lima.
Thank you, Mr. Muniz, and members of the choir. I now welcome Dr. Jennifer Sharp, Director of Personnel, who will now certify the class of 2022.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Charles Sampson, and the Central Office staff, it is my distinct pleasure to congratulate the members of the Manalapan High School class of 2022 on their accomplishments and wish you much happiness and success in your future endeavors. It is my honor and privilege to certify that the members of the Manalapan High School graduating class of 2022 here assembled have completed all of the requirements for high school graduation in accordance with the New Jersey Department of Education and have successfully completed the requirements set forth by the Freehold Regional High School District Board of Education and are therefore eligible to receive their high school diplomas. It is my honor to certify and present the Manalapan High School class of 2022. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Sharp. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Mrs. Jamie Bruno and Mrs. Diana Capiello for the presentation of diplomas. At this time, we ask that you hold all applause, horns, and noisemakers until the very end so that all family members can hear their graduate's name. I know that is difficult to do, but we appreciate it. Thank you. Graduate names will be read by Jenna DeRoss and Ella Graham. They can now come up and receive their diplomas. So, Miss Jenna DeRoss, Miss Ella Graham. Okay. We will now begin the call of graduates to receive their diplomas.
Courtney Butash,
Alexa Nicole Pacino,
Allison Julia Gotthold,
Nathan Gabriel Schenkerman,
Francis Adele,
Angelica Grace Kuka,
Dario Joseph Adorno,
Tyler Andrew Kushnick,
Rayon Afzal,
Allison G. Young Kwok,
Mirage Ahmad,
Sydney Quarton,
Wagar Ahmed,
Emma Rosemary Cabellos,
Richard Giovanni Aiello,
Julia Elizabeth Laspina,
Adiba Akramova,
Christian Alfred Leno,
Leanne Ahmad Albasani,
Lauren Marie Lamentino,
Judah Jonathan Alof,
Sarah Elizabeth Langlois,
Nicole Taylor Amulovich,
Philip Stephen Liederman,
Taina Marie Angelis,
Jason Scott Lee,
Salvatore Stryker Annuario,
Abigail Jenna Leff,
Peter Michael Artizone,
Nicholas Brian Lebchuk,
Nicholas Frank Arthurs,
Maxwell Ethan Levine,
Alexia Loren Avagliano,
Samantha Rose Levine,
Ryan Ethan Avedano,
Peter Lepkovsky,
Sam Rachel Avnet,
Karen Lee,
Henry N. Ayuki,
Christian Jared Libaneo,
Leon Bagdasarov,
Giovanna Lasitra,
Ava Grace Baldo,
Nicholas Franco Liegi,
Ava Jean Baldwin,
Amanda Grace Lim,
Moses Theodore Balmaceda,
Joseph Rocco Luzzi,
Sarah Nicole Banning,
Palma Lopiccolo,
Gabrielle Bava,
Isabella Francis Longobardi,
Nicole Ann Balina,
Samantha Nicole Lonseth,
Sasha Victoria Bolovsky,
Zachary Thomas Lugo,
Dylan Matthew Bennett,
Lucas Lukowskis,
Emma Lee Berlin,
Jennifer Marie Luna,
Michael Constantine Bamonte,
Joshua Robert Malozzi,
Rana S. Bingdi Navale,
Ellie Rose Maltzman,
Katrine A. Birkland,
Adam Vitali Malashev,
Gabriel Benjamin Blackwell,
Nadia Marasa,
Melissa Lauren Blaho,
Kayla Ray Marcantuno,
Jace Reed Bohachik,
Ryan Joseph Marquette,
Joshua Philip Bonus,
Elijah Joseph Marquez,
Sanjana Baral,
Olivia Ray Morello,
Andre Borniak,
Liam Thomas Martin,
John Hector Botticello,
Giancarlo Thomas Martone,
Aiden John Brager,
Anthony Massandrea,
Justin Matthew Brown,
Leonard Carmine Masucci III,
James Anthony Bruno, Cassandra Bruto,
Rohan Hamendra Masieda,
Emily Nicole Burgess,
Anthony Joseph Maturo,
Nicholas Frank Burke,
Dominic John Mazet,
Lance Butcher,
Matthew Lawrence McCartney,
Dominic Joseph Calabro,
Madeline Anna McCarty,
Joseph Sixto Calero,
Alexis Loretta McCoy,
John Joseph Calvoni,
Christopher Martin McDonald,
Ava Danielle Campagna,
Riley Lynn McDonald,
Salvatore Michael Campisi,
Angelina Justine McInerney,
Anthony Joseph Canizaro,
Caden Lee McLaughlin,
Dino Anthony Cantillo,
Madison Heidi Melendez,
Faith Isabella Capalupo,
Michael Menny,
Brandon Mark Caputo,
Samantha Lee Messler,
Michael Angelo Cardieri,
Angelina Rose Munch,
Rose Elizabeth Cardenudo,
Matthew Mongelli,
Ariana Francis Carasquillo,
Stephen Matthew Mongelli,
Rowan Cassidy,
Matthew Montano,
John Ray Castro,
Madeline Rose Montello,
Jonathan David Castro,
Joseph Stephen Morales,
Olivia Grace Catalano,
Ava Michelle Morello,
Rasim Sekalniku,
Michael Stephen Moskowitz,
Kayla Centeno,
Gabriella Hope Muccio,
Michael Francis Soretto,
Noelle Marie Murphy,
Ariane Pakaj Chartery,
Timothy Narvaez,
Chitra Jaydeep Chabada,
David Alex Natanson,
Daniel Joseph Chikorsky,
Dana Lucille Newman,
Arwin Chen,
Anna Ariella Nysensen,
Christopher Mark Cheramonte,
Tara Nicole O'Byrne,
Mario Joseph Churchia,
Brendan Thomas O'Brien,
Hao Kin Chong,
Bobby Rose O'Leary,
Jacob Connor Cianjuli,
Morgan Arlene O'Neill,
Olivia Marie Colonna,
Jalen Pablo Orr,
Victoria Francis Condello,
Jonah Luca Ortega,
Anthony Michael Conforth,
Justin Elijah Pagani,
Anthony Rocco Conti,
Joseph Palmieri,
Elizabeth Lynn Cook,
Arav Sandip Patel,
Anthony Louis Cormilis,
Dia Nainish Patel,
Gianna Rose Costanza,
Shiv Suhas Patel,
Bianca Grace Croce,
Anthony Hugo Palucci,
Gianna Carmela Croce,
Dominic Lockman Pearsall,
Elizabeth Rose Curtis,
Thomas Lockman Pearsall,
Francesco Anthony Diamore,
Abigail Elizabeth Peck,
Victoria Lynn DeAndrea,
Itai Moshi Perez,
Alexandra Rose D'Angelo,
Edmund Perezik,
Matthew Peter D'Amato,
Emily Michelle Paratori,
Tyler R. DeVenda,
Benjamin William Pearl,
Robert Joseph Davin,
Lionel Michael Pesh,
Louis Vincent DeAngelis,
Dylan Patashnik,
Nicole Marie DeMeo,
Anthony Joseph Petriello,
Thomas James DeVito,
Jake Michael Pettit,
Harlan Ryan Deaver.
Jordan Allison Pfeffer.
Joshua Michael Debner.
Amethyst Pierce.
Bilal Amar Deeb.
Christian Petramonico.
Jade Emma DeGuzman.
Timothy Lucas Pinkasov.
Darina Demontovich.
Lillian Rose Piper.
Sophia Grace Delicave.
Matthew Alexander Perosi.
Aiden Edward Derby.
Matthew James Pisano.
Andrew Patrick Devine.
Nicholas E. Podpilicki.
Joseph DeBlasi.
Ava Pollock.
Christopher Peter DiMaggio.
Nicholas James Porta.
Jack Ryan DiPiazza.
Adriana Michelle Powell.
Cassidy Jaden DiSabato.
Sia Vidyahar Prabhu.
Daniel Robert DeMello.
Shannon Marie Press.
Cameron David Doherty.
Emma Puma.
Jonathan Doherty Jarvis.
Samantha Lynn Pilarino.
Nikki Catherine Doherty.
Shrish Rajan.
Jaden William DuPont.
Jocelyn Alexa Ramirez.
Darren Duran.
Tiana Lee Ramirez.
Kira S. Divinsk.
Daniel Paul Ranieri.
Jonathan Isaac Esner.
Michaela Ryan Rappaport.
Mohammed Faraj.
Daniela Dina Rega.
Alexa Rose Folk.
Dylan Reiner.
Danielle Marie Folk.
Calvin Charles Ruther.
Nicole Elise Folk.
Kareem Rayad.
Jacob Matthew Feingertz.
Ashlyn Giselle Reyes Velasco.
Tia Grace Bennis.
Alexander Jack Ricci.
Ashley Nicole Fernandez.
Nicole Richardson.
Michael Joseph Ferrara.
Ryan Shea Richelson.
Michael Joseph Ferraro.
Vincent Peter Robertini.
Zachary Max Fiallo.
Mina Grace Rodriguez.
Isabella Nicole Vasily.
Andrew Frank Roginski.
Rebecca Morgan Finkelstein.
Laurent Minor Rojas.
Maria Christina Fiorello.
Victoria Romanek.
Naomi Asunta Bisco.
Jonah Ronberg.
Nicolette Marie Fish.
Noah Matthew Rones.
Aaron Ryan Fishman.
Logan Elizabeth Rose.
Elizabeth Fuchsen.
Samantha Kaylin Ross.
Lena Fuchsen.
Sophia Mirabel Rothberg.
Logan Scott Ford.
Daniel Andrew Roush.
Kayla Darren Farella.
Anastasia Rosanoff.
Jeffrey Michael Facello.
Joseph Louis Russo.
John William Fox.
Hannah Faith Ryan.
Joseph Bertacci.
Monica Fawad Salib.
Juliana Marie Frederick.
Cole Edward Sandoval.
Christopher Vincent Galgano.
Nicholas Giovanni Santana.
Vincent David Gambella.
Ariana Sarah Sapoznik.
Benedetto Vincent Gambino.
Christian James Savage.
Matthew Peter Gamiro.
Rebecca Rose Savage.
Giancarlo Los Gargiulo.
Shabar Syed.
Jaden Matthew Garrett.
Seth Hunter Scanish.
Madison Rose Garrett.
Marianella Andrea Scarterville.
Vanella Gadapudi.
Justin Michael Sheraldi.
Jonathan Gelb.
Jacob William Schechter.
David Alexander Gelfand.
Brendan Elliott Schmier.
Julia Lynn Girardi.
Robert James Schweibens.
Jillian Elizabeth Giannato.
Anthony Vincent Shaka.
Matthew Robert John Quinto.
Jameson Alexa Sevilla.
Trent Stanley Gilfillan.
Ayushi Mihir Shah.
Maxim Eli Giller.
Soham Mahul Shah.
Ryan Lawrence Gerard.
Vaniza Shah.
Daniel Gishpence.
Othman Sharor.
Anthony John Juka.
Elena Shevchenko.
David Jika.
Seth Richard Schoenman.
Joseph Gollumstock.
Andrew Ian Scholl.
Amanda Rachel Golub.
Gabrielle Marie Siegel.
Max Hunter Green.
Dana Silva Salmarin.
Cole Benjamin Brennan.
Gabrielle Nicole Simon.
Jordan Lloyd Gravasande.
Nicholas Charles Seville.
Alyssa Michelle Greenberg.
Erin Sophie Skalski.
Drew Garrett Gross.
Sophie Melissa Sklar.
Leah Eve Guaneri.
Mario Christopher Smester.
Damian Christopher Guccio.
Trevor Alexander Smith.
Jacqueline Daria Gugliera.
Tyler James Smith.
Parul Gupta.
Andrew Evan Smolowitz.
Sarthak Gupta.
Isaiah William Selinsky.
Precious Jimfy.
Aiden Maxwell Solomon.
Julian H. Habib.
Frank Thomas Soma.
Elias Michael Halkias.
Owen Xavier Sosa.
Nicholas Elias Halkias.
Victoria Marie Sosa.
Victoria Catherine Rose Halkias.
Christina Elise Sosnowski.
Ryan Edward Handworth Chandler.
Randy Michael Spencer.
Justin Zachary Harris.
Madison Ann Stewart.
Michael Edward Peckle.
Haley Danielle Stores.
Rosanna Lisa Hector.
Christopher Matthew Stuper.
Will Madden Heller.
James M. Sullivan.
Alyssa Brooke Herman.
Ryan Cooperman Super.
Joelle Victoria Hitchcock.
Justin Corey Swed.
Corey Paul Hollowak.
Michelle Sarah Tartakovsky.
Mitch Jurgen Hotmans.
Kayla Ellen Tavel.
Jade Vivian Horvath.
Connor Thomas Thompson.
Brianna Grace Pulse.
Milo Vincent Torchio.
John Paul Eluzzi.
Giancarlo Edward Totillo.
Alexandra Infante.
Aiden James Tumbleson.
Tiffany Sabrina Jacob.
Alexa Elizabeth Turry.
Athard J. Prakash.
Caitlin Paige Tazur.
Alexa Nicole Johnson.
Jacob Michael Earn.
Amy Margaret Johnston.
Curtis Michael Ulrich.
Rohan Nimish Kadikia.
Trinity Jean Valentine Walzak.
Neha Colleen Rahman.
Nicole Vallejos.
Tyler Damian Kane.
Frank Michael Bovano.
Alexander Kaplan.
Isabella Belen Vasquez.
Alyssa Maya Kaplan.
Marcelo Ignacio Vasquez.
Christopher James Cavalier.
Sebastian Vega.
McKenna Sidney Keene.
Christian Joseph Bento.
Ariana Nicole Kiley.
Madison Isabel Vinoker.
Rebecca Kaiserman.
Jada Dominique Waddell.
Jack Lucas Kern.
Tyler Avion Walker.
Adam Ilya Katinsky.
Jake Matthew Waters.
Connor Patrick Kanukin.
Jake Ryan White.
Catherine Koch.
Ryan Christopher White.
Julia Kapitsky.
Richard Thomas Williams.
Gabriel Zachary Kortz.
Paul Nicholas Wojciechowski.
Leon Kowalski.
Rosemary Dolores Wolf.
Regina Tavona Kravitz.
Brian Wasnitzer.
Rohan Ram Krishan.
Daniel Yadgar.
Ryan A. Crumples.
Daniel Amato G. Young. Pavel Zavalnik. Allison Zias. Catherine Zhao. Michael Jacob Ziegler.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. One member of the class of 2022 is noticeably missing. An empty seat sits on the field today for Savion Powell Whiting, who tragically passed on April 19th. Savion was a kind-hearted young man who was dedicated to his family, his teammates, and to the community, and truly embraced what it means to be a Brave. At this time, I would like to invite Savion's parents to the podium. As our final graduate of the class of 2022, I would like to present you with the diploma for your son, Savion Powell White. Thank you so much. To lead the class in the ceremonial conclusion, Alexa Pisano, President of the Class of 2022.
ask my fellow graduates to join me in turning our tassels to the left. And having done so, it is my distinct and sincere pleasure to introduce Manalapan High School's class of 2022.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and congratulations to the class of 2022.
Ready, and